Yo, people, we back again. Let me move the mic out of the camera so it looks a little bit more professional than what I'm looking like now. And then it drops down slowly. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is today's we're having an easy day. It may be a little bit short. So if you're one of those people that tune in later, and you come in at 8:15 to try and throw in your lines or whatever you want to say, we're going to be probably finishing a bit early today because today we're doing something that we've never done before, and we're asking people questions. No, we're asking people to ask us questions, and we're just going to be talking about different things. So I want to start off by saying this is episode 8, and episode 8 of Dance Civilian Opinion, season 2. No one is better than us, but you. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Anyway, the jokes aside, the biggest point of today is that we've been going on for so long that I feel like I'm talking to Mally about this, doing a bit of rebranding, and I mentioned it to the guys. We're going to keep Dance Civilian Opinion, but we're going to keep the branding of Civilian Opinion and start taking it into other areas, talking about everyday life, talking about different situations, relationship situations, all of that thing, crew stuff, all that. Crew versus crew, what crew could beat that crew, what this situation and that situation, even talking about race. We do talk about that all the time. We talk about that every single time. But the biggest thing is obviously to make that apparent for every single person. So we may go into having different miniature shows called Civilian Opinion. We are still going to, and that will give us opportunity to even talk about one of the biggest things right now is music. So who's going to win, Bounce or Arms? Everyone out there, you just make your decision. Bounce or Arms, who's going to win? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But let's start bringing in the people, because the people then love to have their beginnings. And for me personally, the last few weeks has turned into kind of like a rap battle, but but physically, like just showing, like it's like now everyone's insulting each other. We used to laugh at each other's intros. Now it's just insulting each other's intros. So I'm going to bring up the first person of the day. And I think I'm going to bring this person because this person has a bit more of a mellow, relaxed outcome. Also, I know they haven't got nothing as an intro, they said. So therefore, I'm going to bring in the one and the only, the lady of the hour, Trilzy. You know what? That's not bad. I'm not going to say, I'm going to be honest. That's actually not that bad, you know? You said you was going to give dead air.
Didn't know what...
You gave us proper dead air. You gave us sound effects and everything, ambience and all of that stuff. Like when I saw Perry today. That's right, guys. I didn't know we had green birds in freaking London. But anyway.
Oh, your birds that you were posting.
Did anyone see what I did today with the birds? I was like a black.
Yeah.
So special. And then everyone just like damaged my ego. Started coming on or going onto my thingy. It's like my story and telling me, Omar, they've been in the country for the whole time. I was like, where have I been? I've never seen these birds for all my 34 years.
I've never seen them either, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. Thanks for my intro, ladies and gentlemen.
Next up with a little hair makeup. She's gonna do hair and makeup.
It's my makeup.
Well, not hair, you know what I mean. Next up, we have the one and only Mr. Superstar, Mr. Turner, they call him, or Big Cobs. He's looking like he's about to terminate someone. You understand what I mean when you see him. Here we go. Colby Turner.
Look, the quality just ruined it.
If you're working, then go get working with other work. Let's make a chaplain twerk. Okay, nothing worse. I know a theme when I see one to this driver to reverse. Molly don't want Molly, her tis a perky, give her a perk, I'll get it if you need it. I make tis a 9 to 5, will get me Jesus pieces, keep it. I'm feeling for a feeling, but I'm dreaming this work bounce hard this weekend. I jump head first straight in the deep end, deep it. I sex her and push it real deep in. After I give her this work, I'm not giving no 2 weeks notice, I'm leaving.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Hey! The flows is crazy, but the lines are moving crazy. Hella's gazy. My brother's mixtape's out now, people. Go platforms. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. It's called Who's TX? TXRNER. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? I rate you every single time.
Promo. We love it.
I love that. I love that. But let's keep it moving. We'll go on to next guy. So, and then he goes, what the hell? What happened to his camera? See? Yeah, you need to fix your camera, bro.
Now, basically, I was wiping my sweat because I realized there's a little sweat on my forehead. I just thought I'd wipe it off.
All right. Next up, he has to go after the failure last week. The failure. It was so bad that I got distracted and started watching Arsenal. Like, it was so bad. It was so bad. I just stopped watching for it. And then I deeped what he did, and I was in shock. And then Arsenal then conceded, so I was in more shock. There was a lot of shock happening in that one time. So I'm hoping he's going to redeem himself this time. Can we have the one and the only D-Mac?
I hate him. I hate him.
Shut up! Oh my days! What are you saying? I'm back! I am back! I'm back! Yeah?
You know what? You know what?
The landing as well.
He landed as well. You know what?
Landing.
You know what? You know what? That was like, you know, the Eminem comeback. You know when everyone was like Eminem fell off, and then he come back with the Kamikaze album. That's what that was. What that was.
Too bad his connection's was. Look at him, he's frozen.
Can you hear me? Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Are you moving slowly? Are you doing it on purpose?
Yeah, bro.
On purpose, yeah? Oh, that is a freeze and a half. Like, you just stop still.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool presents.
All right, cool. Well, let's
Toby at UDO.
bring in the person who finished third last week. He finished third. I would say he finished third/4th, but then that's when they started getting a bit heated. He's moved up from last. That's the big important thing. He's moved up from last. It means everyone has opportunity in life. All right, the one and only Lamar.
Oh no. I'm good.
If you crack
If he does it,
Nah, you're doing it with tissue.
If he does it, if he does it, he beats the John. If he does it, he beats the John. Let's see.
Wait, what?
That's dead food. That's rubbish, bro.
Dijon, I'm sorry, Dijon, he's got you. He did it.
What do you mean?
That was dead.
That was dead, bro.
Can I be real? Can I be so real?
He's
That was so
upgraded.
dead.
Can I be so real?
Omar,
Yeah.
stop gassing him.
Right, I like it. You know what? You've got
Right
to see
now-
the meme. You've got to see the meme.
Everyone's frozen, blood. I'll be real. I didn't even see Lamar's intro.
You know what it is? I know everyone's thinking of all the insults in the world because we can see a white bit and we can see a black, and we're thinking, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Is that an eye?
I don't want to hear it. Listen,
I'm not involved.
Malachi, wherever you are, coming for me last week about my weights. What's the weight saying now? Now that the eggshell's cracked. You don't
I'm
even
not being
deserve
funny.
to see my whole face.
I'm not being
No,
funny, but you should have done that
no,
on your
I'm not
head
finished.
or
I'm
like
not
done it
finished.
without the
No,
egg.
I'm not
or
finished.
without the
I'm not
tissue.
finished. Let's go back. I'm not done. Let's go back.
It's like a drill video.
Listen. Yeah.
I don't think you're listening.
Read the t-shirt. Malik Kizzle. Don't know what kind of name that is, fam. Whatever. Malik Kizzle. You're big age, fam. Kizzle your name. Yeah. Thanks for nothing. In fact, no. Like, thank you for the insult. Because you made me come back bigger, stronger, faster. Yeah. I don't want to hear it still. I don't want to hear it. Egg yolk and all, fam. Like this thing's actually broke up, fam. Like literally, like actually broke up.
Should have used an apple. You should have used an apple.
Like actually broke up, fam. Like I don't want to hear the naysayers, negative sayers. Most of the people believe in stones for positivity.
It literally is only Malachi. It's only Malachi that got it.
I'm not being funny, but even Nova could have done that
She probably
No, I'm not gonna lie.
with an egg. With
This
an egg.
training still. This the training still. I can't lie. So
Bro,
Well,
what's this
that's
guy
the
doing?
training.
next up, let's
Do it first time.
get the person who went into second place by default. It seems like his second place is his thing. Is he sure he shouldn't be supporting Arsenal and Liverpool? Oh, he supports Liverpool. So if you know old school football, then you always know that there was always the second teams were always Arsenal, Liverpool, and so on. United always end up winning, though we beat them like 4 times. But still, here we go. The one and the only, Mr. Jack Webster, 2 Bs because the other one was taken. Let's go.
Oh, sorry. Hello. Oh shit. I didn't really have the preparation today, guys. But I've come with 2 twists because today I've ate most of it, but I made my own beef and lentil curry from scratch, paste and everything.
Yo, cool stuff.
Let me see that again. Your wonderful meal.
It's gonna look like slop right now because I've mashed it. But obviously, like, you know, I made it like coconut. And
very
stuff.
nutritious.
Very, very good stuff, guys. And how did I not win last week? Who won?
Kamani.
What did Kamani do?
No, I thought Jackson took it, bro.
I definitely took it. Everyone was shit.
Your one failed. You fell in the box.
No, that was
his one when he was cussing people. It was that one.
He was like, welcome to the dancing video show quiz. Yeah,
it was the game show.
Well, I'm gonna bring Mallet Chisel because obviously there was a lot of shots fired before, and obviously the beef is gonna be returned. This is like Chip and Stormzy. You see how Lamar sat back and said, Can we
Let's see what we got.
There's no intro, but what am I hearing? You get me? Man don't need to do the intro thing, as everyone knows. You get me? But man saying shots were fired. All I want to say, if someone said anything on this podcast, obviously I'll find out because, you know, it's recorded and that.
It was me.
And I want to hear you say it.
It was me.
What was it? What was it?
It was me. I was dissing you. In fact, you know what, yeah? We're live. You can go watch it after this is over. You'll hear.
No. Please say with your chest right about now. Just to make sure that the confidence is
Why
there.
can't we be friends? Why can't we?
Sorry. Eminem, can we hold on for a second, please?
What? Hey, don't come to me. I beg you, don't come to me. Don't you dare. You're not the first one to say that. Don't you dare come to me. You think you can come
Amber Rose
to me?
You would have thought Amber Rose. He said Slim Shady.
Different gender.
Yeah, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I will stand up.
We're sitting down. Even when you stand
I said I will stand up. I didn't say I am stand up. I didn't say I'm standing up. I said I will stand up. But I'm currently still seated. Thank you, Mike. Drop it.
I wanted to make a small joke at that moment.
I know.
No.
Sorry, but we all know if you do stand up, you're still sitting down. So it's okay. Let's not worry about it.
Not really. No.
Right. Can we have Mr.
Wow.
I thought you won. Maybe he came second. Let's go. Kamani.
Oh my days. What's over there?
First of all, do you know what? I was gonna do my intro, but first of all, I'm just gonna start grilling every single person.
Manny, like that.
With your angry reactions looking ass. Jack, you look like you're in jail. D-Mac, why? Lamar, you don't got do on your head. I don't know what's going on. Why your glasses on? Hannah, I love you, sis.
So basically,
What did Stormzy say again?
Anyway, let me do my intro.
Put your hairline back there, M like mine.
Silence.
Stormzy said that.
Silence.
Put your hairline back there, M like mine.
So guys, so I'm a magician today, yeah?
I'll let you go.
cut that hairline needs surgery.
Yeah. This coin is going to disappear into this hand. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
21.
You're right.
Both of the hands.
It's in none of them.
What hand is it in?
It's in
You're
none
left.
There you go. And now it's time to disappear.
You know what?
No,
You know what?
funny. I'll do that.
Great stuff, bro.
Now,
Great stuff.
now, you know, due to how poor the act was, now we understand the hair. It's making sense.
You know what? I was so inspired, Margino. I actually catted your trim, bro. What do you think? You like it?
Jack wins.
Yeah, Jack, I hear you still, Jack. I hear you, Jack, man.
Is that
I hear you.
underwear that you have on your face?
I hear you, Jack. Yeah, I'm saying your beard looks like underwear. What are you saying, fam? Comb that.
No, come
You
on.
can
It's not gone to plan. It has not gone to plan.
You can watch that.
You know what? I do prefer. All right, let's vote because I don't know. I was gonna say Dijon. It's between Dijon and Kamani.
Tiebreaker.
And then I ain't gonna lie, Jack made me laugh with the fail of juggling chocolate. So I'll let you all vote. Who do you
What
want?
about my egg breaking?
I vote D-Mac.
Your egg breaking was dead.
I
Your
like
egg breaking was
but they
dead.
don't seem to like it. I like it because you said you were gonna do it and you did it. And then
Thank you very much.
came back with nothing.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say,
Mandy, you come last.
Bro, big man, I wasn't here. This is what I'm saying, fam. Man, I sending shots and
No,
he
wait.
hasn't said nothing to me. I'm on the
No
podcast.
He didn't
excuses.
actually send shots. He just showed you because last week you cussed him about his weights. So he showed you
So what, he
weights.
showed me the egg.
And he cracked it. He did it. And you know how hard that's to do.
He showed me the egg. Cracking the egg.
As well. I struggle.
The egg's in the bin. It's in the bin now. It's gone.
He said we're in the bin.
It's all cracked. It's gone. That's how I said. Watch it after we're off live, innit?
Okay. You know,
Cracking the egg's okay, but when you want to push on more rates, as I said, come to sessions with me. We'll see if you can.
And when we come out of lockdown and you're saying, "Oh, gains." Hey, Lamar, you got gains. I don't hear it.
Big man, you said this first one now, so I don't understand.
Listen, I've been putting in that hard work. So when you come and tell me, I don't hear it.
We're lockdown number 3 now. You know?
That's what we do for the rest of the day. Just grill each other, just cuss each
Number
other.
3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir.
Lockdown number 3. The games are still pending, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, guys. So for news of the week, I had to get out of that. That was just getting a bit toxic. All right. So the big thing for on the news of the week, there's been many different things, but this particular thing I wanted to bring up today was about Meghan and Harry's basically interview with the one and the only Oprah Winfrey. What's everyone feeling about that? What do you think is going to happen? That's the biggest news of the week. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, there's other bits we can talk about what Rishi said, but that's one of the big things I wanted to talk about. So, what are we thinking about that?
How off limits is off limits?
What today?
Nothing's off the table.
That's
Just
what. I
say it what it is. It'll get flagged up anyway. And if we say anything, it'll get flagged up. So it doesn't matter.
I'm saying for the interview because it says no, not off limits. No, it says no limits.
No, there's nothing off limits, basically.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. How off limit is they're off limit? You get what I'm saying? Are they gonna go into Charles cheating with Camilla? Are they gonna go into they plan Diana's death? You know, stuff like this is very, very serious. That's what I mean. How off limits is off limits. But I feel like obviously from clips, I think that we've seen in it. I'm assuming all of us have seen certain clips on the internet already. But Harry does kind of go into detail without saying names. I'm assuming so, but yeah.
Well, I'm going to read it out. So, did anyone watch The Crown?
Nah.
No.
Apparently, it's very good.
I haven't finished it.
Quite a few people have said it's quite good.
Apparently, it's very good.
I haven't finished it though.
So I'll read out what the Sky News is saying. So when season 4 of The Crown drew to a close on Netflix last year, many people thought that they were in for a long wait before their next dose of royal drama. And in this case, we do have it. That's all changed in recent weeks as Harry and Meghan highly anticipated interview with Oprah Winfrey is set to be broadcast. By the way, ITV bought it. Or ITN, but ITV's bought it. So that's why it's going to be live. It's not going to be live. I think we're just going to watch it after.
It's pre-recorded, yeah.
Yeah, so, no, but I mean, as in when it gets aired, if you know what I mean. So I believe in America, they will have it at a different time to us, but we'll get it at 9 p.m. and the Buckingham Palace is investigating very concerning bullying complaints against the Duchess. I thought they took that away from her, so why do they want to call her the Duchess now? Anyway, here we look at the escalating row between the Sussex and the Palace. So they're saying, on the 4th of March this is lies. On the 4th of March 2021, the Duchess of Sussex accuses the royal family of perpetrating falsehoods against her and Harry. Oh, I thought they were saying the other way around, but her and Prince Harry. No, I thought what I was going to say was lies. Was when the day I thought they were claiming that what were the complaints were being made. Apparently, the complaints were made at least 2 years ago. So for me, I don't know. For me, it just seems a little bit of. For me, it seems like a little bit of bullshit. Sorry for my language. During the teaser clip for the CBS interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan says, "I don't know how they could expect that after all of this time. We would still just be silent if there is an active role that the firm is playing in perpetrating falsehoods about us." So when they keep on saying falsehoods, does anyone know what they mean by that? It's just basically lies. I got air by everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, very quiet.
Yes, we can hear you, bro. We can hear you, bro.
Yeah. Does anyone? So what does that mean? I don't know if anyone else have heard any information on that.
No, not really.
Oh, that was a few hours earlier today, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, like I was saying beforehand, as soon as that thing drops, they're gonna kill him, or he's gonna be in critical condition again, or something to deviate all the attention away. Like there has to be.
Bruv, they're gonna come out and they're gonna say Prince Philip has died. That's what they're gonna come out saying, and then everyone's gonna forget about it because I predict Prince Philip is soon gonna die. But you know what? Yeah, you know what's funny? It's not even this, bro. You know what's crazy is the Piers Morgan thing.
Oh, he's a voice.
That's scary. The way Piers Morgan has been obsessed. I repeat, obsessed with this relationship, and the way he's slandering Meghan is scary.
Because she rejected him. He's been feeling hurt ever since.
Why? What? Say again?
So basically, since they got together, like Piers Morgan has been gunning for Meghan Markle. Like when
wasn't Meghan and Piers friends?
Yeah, they were friends. Apparently so. As Jack said, a lot of people think that he was probably in love with her secretly. And then she was like, obviously when they got together and they got married and everything, you know how Piers usually fights for what's right, and let's be real. Sometimes he can be a prick. With Piers, it's a love-hate relationship. You can't 100%. It's a love-hate relationship. But he's been gunning for Meghan, like, no matter what the case is. Like, he's just like, oh yeah, like, oh, she's doing it for attention. Like, she shut out her dad. All of this craziness, like, he was just talking about, like, I don't know. And then apparently he was saying that she accepted earrings from, like, is it the Prince of Saudi Arabia or something like that?
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
He's just trying to dig for something, like. And as Jack said, I really feel like he was secretly in love with her, because if you actually search some of the tweets that he says about her, it's nasty and it's disgusting.
So what does everyone feel? Does everyone feel that Meghan and Harry are in the wrong, or do you feel the royal family are in the wrong?
Not at all. Royal family all day. But it's weird that we have a royal family still. Like, I honestly don't see you can say tourism and that, but I don't give a shit. Like, I think it's so weird that these lot still have so much power and that you're like born into that. And I don't know. I just find the whole royal family thing to still exist strange, but like I get why people love it so much. But no one should have like this much status where they can like their opinions can like dictate the majority of the country's opinions, and like just because, like, if we're being real, this is obviously very racist. They clearly didn't want a black woman or anyone of any color like in the royal family, so they've done this smear campaign from the very start, bro. And I don't listen to nothing from the royal family. They said Pippa had an ass. You remember that?
I remember that.
Remember that?
Oh, and they also said Kate Middleton has the most ideal face for a woman, the most beautiful face that people want. Kate Middleton has it.
These are just weird, man. It's weird.
It's scary. But from the jump though, like we always knew that this is gonna happen though. You get what I'm saying? With Harry, I mean, so obviously seeing that his mum is obviously because William can't because he's basically next up, but Harry's just always been the rebel, innit? Like, about mama's going uni and he's getting caught running around hotels naked and that. That's crazy. Like that's absolutely mad. And this is why I slightly feel like I'd feel like they'll try to kill Meghan rather than Harry, because I feel like William wouldn't stand for it. I feel like if Harry was hurt in any kind of way, I really feel like their relationship is tight. Not a lot of people actually know this because obviously due to their mum. But if something bad was to happen to Harry, I personally feel like William wouldn't have a bar of it. Charles will probably get killed. Charles will probably plan it. He's a devil. He probably planned Diana's death himself.
I don't think there'll be any murders. I think it's too bait. Like there's already
that's
too
what
much
I was thinking as well.
Diana, like they're not gonna do it again.
Do you think they care though?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Definitely.
Nah, they do, man. They got enough power to not care.
What take? Sorry, bless me.
But with the Diana case, with the Diana situation, it was did they, didn't they? Did they, didn't they? And obviously, we all know they were behind her death. But now, obviously, after this interview, there will be no question of a doubt if anything happened to Meghan, where it came from.
Yeah, but in the sense, what I mean? If something was to happen to her, like they could just be like, all right. Do you know what I mean?
But I feel like the people will have more of the people will have more to say about it.
True.
I genuinely believe that we as a people, like we're sitting here and we're saying, yeah, if something happens to Meghan, then it's definitely by them. And I don't think people will sit back and have that.
True.
I do think there will be some sort of revolution, some sort of uprising, some sort of protest, something.
I feel like if it did, they might even try flip it, because obviously we know that, you know, all the situation with her dad and that, and then she got siblings or whatever the case is, like there's a lot of smoke on her side as well. You get what I'm saying? From her family, and her dad even tried to file a lawsuit against her, or something like that. No, was it? I'm sure he did.
Yeah,
so
he did.
That as well would flip it. But as Kobe said, that do they really actually care? Because the Prince Andrew thing is so big. Like, guys, we all know, like, as Omar, like we was talking about before, and when we watched the Epstein thing, the Prince Andrew thing is in your face. Like, it's not like, as the Diana thing, it was either or, like wishy-washy. Prince Andrew's here, like, he's here in everyone's faces, and it's like, as we always say, everyone has that temporary memory and just forgets, like, because they have so much power. You got to remember that. Plus, also, if they really wanted to, I feel like all them panoramas and then them documentaries that they do on did the royal family really killed Diana on TV, they have the power to shut that down.
Yeah, but I feel like they wanted it. Like, I feel to a certain extent, I feel like they were kind of like, they had to okay it, because the Queen actually like has a say on whether something goes on BBC or not. If she really doesn't want it on BBC, that's British television, she would absolutely put her foot down. So I feel like there's something on the inside that's like, yeah, let them have that little think about it. Which even like a thought popped into my mind. I was like, how on earth are Prince Harry and Meghan getting away with this interview? Like what is going on? Because I feel like there has to be something, like some sort of, because I feel like they have some sort of power to say, actually, no, this is not going to be broadcasted. This is not going to be put on TV. Why is it being put on TV?
They don't have.
But then
actually
do you
have that
also
power.
think
They don't
at
have
the
that
same time it's like
jurisdiction in the States. That's the thing. If it was UK, they would. And originally it was going to just be aired in America. ITV recently broadcast it, which is going to be seen as a disrespect towards the Queen. But the Queen fell out with the BBC a few years ago, and that's why the Queen's speech then got spread out to the royal family business. So that's when they got spread out to all. So that's why we have it on all channels, but Channel 4. That's why Channel 4 had that parody that happened over Christmas. Do you know the one where she's like doing a hip hop dancing?
Yeah.
Because obviously she doesn't really like Channel 4 too much. So, and obviously Channel 4 are very kind of, I see, very left wing, if you know what I mean, when it comes to, in comparison to others. BBC is meant to be central, but we know they're more right wing on a sly. And ITV's always been very kind of conservative. So each channel recently is changed. So that's the reason why I never mentioned it, but that's why I said it's a big thing. The fact that ITV decided they're going to air it, like it's seen as a major disrespect. Like no one was going to air this because of the situation. Even the BBC thing, that was actually initially through Channel 4, because the person who interviewed Andrew actually works for Channel 4. She's a Channel 4 news reporter. So she was always going to slate, and that's why everyone was always confused about the Andrew thing. I'm just mad confused how the Independent and so many people are so on Meghan. I'm not saying Meghan is a saint. I said it before we came on live. She looks like she's a Mitch. She looks like she could probably be a Mitch. She looks like she could be a headache. I'm not denying that. But the way the articles did portray her was nasty. And the royal family were doing what South Park make jokes about when they have that character, the black kid, and what's his name? Token. They were using Meghan. They believed Meghan was going to be able to bridge the gap between women issues because what's her name? The other girl, Williams' girl. Kate wasn't being related to by many people. So not even though they try to use the thing of she's a commoner and all that stuff. That was their way of saying, look, she's just like everyone else. Everyone should be cool with her. It didn't really go down because then you find out the actual history. She is actually kind of long way related still. So it's still in the bloodline. And she was actually very close friends. That was the pub the royal family would go to, like Charles and them lot. So it wasn't the way everyone was being shown to everyone, because that's what made everyone love Kate initially, even my mum, everyone. It was Kate was a commoner, and we've never seen a commoner be married. Do you know what I mean? Outside of the royal family bloodline. Meghan was technically the official one, but they wanted Meghan in line. Do you know what I mean? And Meghan worked. Let's not deny it. Meghan worked. She made everyone kind of go, okay, you know what? We could kind of go with the royal family on this one. They freaking brought in a black priest and a whole fire and everything.
So just done it like so. They flew Serena Williams over and that.
Did you know what I'm saying? Like it was all a big publicity stunt, because the royal family, when it comes to when you look in the stats and you do surveys, isn't necessarily, people say F word to the Queen. I don't agree with that. I've said it a few times in my life, but just because it's just like when you say F the police, it's I don't know, it's a quotation. I don't actually believe that. I think she's a lovely person from what I see. I won't say the same about her husband. I've heard different things, whether it's true, but this is where it comes back down to the facts. And this is not me. I'm not slandering the royal family. We perform for them, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite. What I am going to say though is this is a fact that Prince Philip, her husband, were a part or affiliated with Nazis. Do you know what I mean? This is not this. There was pictures taken of their rooms of recent late where the cleaners took pictures of bedside photos of them wearing Nazi clothing and part of and congregating and having it's like you can tell that Philip.
Bro, it's not, no, bro, that's not. It's not. Bro, it's not. It's not.
You didn't know that?
It's not. No, it's not Prince Philip. Bro, it's not just Prince Philip. It's Prince George and King George and King Edward as well.
There you go.
They support you guys got really. You guys forget how old these people. You guys forget how old these people are. The Queen's 90 something. Their parent, they're like, there was a round of Hitler and them, man. There's pictures of all of them with Hitler. Like, they were G's.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, at the end of the day, what kills me is that Andrew, and he's not the first. You know what is the problem they have with Andrew? Andrew is Pandora's box. The moment they condemn Andrew, they open the box to everything that they've done in the past. So they can't go that far with Andrew because they know Andrew's not the only one. That's what it is for them. They know once you go down Andrew route, you don't think Charles has been up to anything when he was young. You don't think like it's not an unknown thing. You watch these what the Romans used to get up to and all that stuff, and what other ex-kings and queens and King Henry and all that stuff. You don't think that they didn't have little brothels. So I think that's what their big thing is with Andrew. You open that. That's the reason why they don't want to open that big Pandora box when it comes to Andrew. But what everyone now is recognizing, what is disgusting, is the fact that they're going for Meghan hardcore, but they're not going for Andrew hardcore. They just keep talking about allegations and allegation.
It's a scapegoat. She's a scapegoat.
Mm-hmm.
She literally is a scapegoat. You just got to look at it as that. And as well as that, obviously, I was slightly thinking that we're saying that they have the power to not let it air, but at the same time, it creates publicity, so they never die out. So bad publicity is good publicity. You get what I'm saying? So they're constantly in the light, even if it's good or bad. You got no matter what. Like, there's always going to be an article talk about Prince Andrew, and they're still going to be relevant. And we're all still going to want to know more. So when they come on TV, everyone's going to be watching, like, good or bad. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially if it's bad. So we're all in tune. So technically, they're going to capitalize off of it, or whatever the case is. They're still going to be. They're still going to hold the power that they hold. They have.
You know, the Queen can stand down now and let Charles be king, but she refuses to. She says she only give it when she dies.
Yeah, Charles will be too old then, man.
They can skip. They can actually skip because Charles isn't as popular as William, and they're allowed to skip.
That's if she wants it, though. No.
Yeah, she has to obviously allow that to happen, but they are allowed to skip Charles. I don't think Charles has been living his whole life to become king. You think he's going to go, oh, I know the people really like William more, so I'll let William be king. He ain't going to do that. He's not going to stand down. But if Charles did it, I think there'd be a lot more respect for Charles if he did do that. You don't think?
Oh, what if he gave it to William?
Yeah, if he stepped down and said, no, I don't let it come to me.
I don't respect the G either way, but yeah,
if he did do, I think a little bit of respect to be given to him. I don't know.
Of course, because either way, like everyone knows that he is like the nasty one. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, like broad day, everyone knew he has a wife, fam, and he's out meeting Camilla. It's not even like he was out meeting Camilla and he's sneaking her in through the back and that. But they're in the papers together, like they're getting seen together. Like I don't know about that. He's nasty, man. As I said,
hand once.
Say again.
I shook Camilla's hand once.
Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm joking, but yeah.
What's she like?
I didn't really speak to her. She kind of just brushed past.
Are you upset? You sound upset.
No, not at all, innit? Like, I don't know. She was shaking other people's hands and chatting to them. I guess she just wanted the promo from me, innit? She just done it for like publicity.
You know who I don't like? I know everyone keeps on saying, talking about that she was nasty, Meghan. You know I don't like? Patel. Something about her. I just don't like her.
Who?
Patel.
Bro, that's fair enough, innit? Like, she's
just don't like her.
actual evil, bro.
Well, Preeti Patel.
Jesus.
I've never. You know how everyone thought about not Bush.
Who likes her?
Trump. You know how everyone felt about Trump. I found him hilarious. I thought he was an evil man, but I never woke up. You know, like when you look at someone, you go, "I hate you." I didn't look at Trump and go, "I hate you." I was like, oh, "What's he gonna say now? Let's go. Let's get ready. Let's get ready." That's what I used to think. Like, here we go. It's Trump again. But her, she's the first ever politician I look at and I go, "I hate you."
She's literal evil. She's
look at her.
the dirtiest scumbag.
She does like Cruella de Vil. Like,
What does she deal with again?
She deals with security. What's it called? Secretary of Defense. No, Secretary.
Home Security.
Home Secretary. She's that's it.
Okay.
And she's
let people go back on dinkies. Like she's raw, sent them back. She's raw about this.
She would send back her own mother if it was closing the borders.
Jack, I promise you, I was just about to say that. She would send back her own family if she needed to, fam. I'm telling you, like, this is crazy. It's crazy. You would think a woman of culture and color like gets like within her power and her status that she's gonna do something decent, but she said no. All you man can kick rocks. She said nah. Everyone's going back to the yard. You got papers? I don't care. Go. I don't care what you did for this country. You leave. That's what she's basically saying.
Even when they were talking about the Black Lives Matter thing, she was arguing against it. She was like, well, no, technically there's more white people that get killed. So, I mean...
And she was fired from her last job for bullying as well. And Boris brought her back in. She was let go. And that wasn't the first time. She got let go from the job before that. She's actual just dirt. She's disgusting.
Man, sorry. Why is it always the worst people on earth that are still alive? Like, I'm always confused. Like,
that's why there's the saying. That's why the saying is the good die young.
Good die young. You're like,
why evil?
Why are these evil people? Like, they're still on this planet.
Why is someone zooming into her face so close?
Evil.
Her face looks like crap.
Her eyebrows are agitating me.
She really does look evil. She even looks like she has a racist tongue as well.
Yeah.
But though, I feel like in pictures like obviously like this scenario, I'm assuming the article's bad. Like they could have picked a better picture.
Okay, look at her now.
Yeah.
How can you be overweight and still look like a Skeletor?
Overweight and still look like a Skeletor.
Omar.
They're listening. Be careful. They're listening.
No, wait, Priya husband. Look at her husband.
Botox, me.
And you're looking at
Priya husband, LOL.
What does she do with again?
He's the Home Secretary.
Home Secretary.
Yeah.
I said yikes. Kobe's like,
hey.
Oh, he's well tall.
He looks like
it will make sense.
You know,
she's moving back to the Family Guy when he goes back to Italy.
She's moving for the bread. No, you know what, Kobe, you're right.
What
you know what I mean? You know when Spring gets older and he goes into the future.
You're right. He just looks like a. If he just had to put on a bit more weight.
No, you know what? He
looks like a real version of Peter Griffin.
She's not ugly. She's an attractive woman to an extent. I'm fucking with you. No way.
Omar, that's horrible.
Nah, I don't think she's ugly.
No,
nah.
I don't think
No, she's ugly. You know what?
It's good for work.
Sorry for my language. But what do you call it? You know what it is? No, she's an attractive woman. She's a good looking woman. But the problem is she's just evil. Just evil. Look at her next. Oh my god, she looks like she's going to kill
Big man, you're analysing her too tough. Watch your tone, fam. Before this podcast gets shut down.
Before the whole
shut down, nothing. I'm wondering why shadow ban, bro.
You won't even be able to have Instagrams and that. Come like Wiley, we're gonna have to make.
I just want the record to be stated. I'm not involved. So government, if you're watching this, please do not ban my social media. I'm not involved.
You on TikTok, nothing, bro.
Nothing. You won't be able to have one say on anything.
I feel like I have nightmares about her. She's scary, man.
Well, you have
I can imagine. I can imagine. You know when they turn and they go, get rid of all cultural people. I can see her just standing there going, and then I can imagine her then doing this, then doing that. Get rid of all of them.
Hold on. No, this guy's mocking it.
Someone would understand someone's type of nightmares, you know, like the boogeyman after them or something. This guy said he's having nightmares about Preeti Patel. Like, I cannot believe it.
I have nightmares.
She has that Maleficent vibes.
Yeah,
she does have Maleficent vibes. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, innit? You see what I'm saying? Like, she just
it just makes you question, like, what's going on with her? Like, what? I'm sorry to like I don't know, but what type of upbringing did she have for her to have this
She
hate?
had a
towards
she
people?
was racially abused. This is why it doesn't make sense, bro. She grew up in a time where people threw shit at her, where people were calling her the P word, this, that, and the other, and she still thought, "Yeah, you lot are my brethren. Still, I'm gonna ride out for
Or
you."
maybe she's like a not a people pleaser, obviously, because she's not trying to
Pick me.
please the people, but she's trying to please the people.
Bootlicker.
She's trying to please the people that have some sort of power.
No, because you know what it really is about, right? She has an agenda.
No, she wants to be accepted.
No, she wants to be prime minister. She has an agenda.
Yeah.
Wants to be accepted as well, man. That's it. As you know, obviously that leads to being wanted to be prime minister. She wants to be accepted. This her trauma, what she went through, makes sense then, because she actually wants to fit in to be accepted by these people that she probably got bullied by. But it still don't make sense. Usually, you stick with your people and then fight back. But man, are just sending all her peeps back to yard.
Look at this. Mr. Thomas Simmons quoted a figure of 300. Yo, I'd like her to bully me all the time then. If I get that, shut up. Bully me every day. Bully me every day. Can anyone read that?
Yeah.
Mr. Thomas Simmons quoted a figure of 370 grand for settling the case.
Including legal fees. But you best hope though, because you know sometimes like we don't win. What if you don't win? You're gonna get charged.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna be paying it off for the rest of your life. You know that.
Obviously, to link this to dance, this will affect the dance scene by like all like these people of race and like culture. Say if they get to come back home, they're not allowed to dance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a tough time.
I just want to shoot you in your mouth.
It's all the dance, opinion shit, not the flipping royal family or politics. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it's good to just talk about normal life, like.
No, that's what we said today. Oh, you have not
you're not prepared for this.
We already said this, Kamani. We already said this. We're not really talking about dancing. Dancing
Yeah,
is quite...
Lamar, he said that already. Why are you talking, bro?
You're gonna crush yourself in a minute. Just say something stupid. I don't even have to say anything. Carry on talking.
Well, listen,
you're dangling
before Megan, like I think, like there's a hidden agenda there somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Big man, I think that crossing your ear is a bit too easy because
big man.
Come on, can I ask you a question?
No.
Oh, you're copying me,
Can I ask you a question?
No, you can't.
What's your hidden agenda behind your dangling?
Right, so budget 2021, Rishi 10 furlough scheme until September. Guys, like I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Hold on. What does Rishi Sunken do?
He's the
sunken.
Sunken, you know.
Sunken, you know. I'm explaining it.
It's the fact that Kamani responded with sunken is the title is right in front of you, Kamani.
He's basically in charge of peas.
Yeah, he's a home secretary of.
Oh my god! This
guy. The Great British
Jesus Christ, blood.
He's a guy that basically was part of the campaign that's saying get a proper job.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah,
man, that wasn't him. Or was it him?
It wasn't actually him physically. It was his marketing team.
You know what? Yeah, but I'll be real. It's him. That's
exactly.
I didn't watch the whole budget thing yesterday, but it's him that's trying to slightly get peas back into the arts as well. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because he knew he messed up as well, low key.
No, you know the thing is they've always been planning this, like because the arts has been getting a lot more money, as we know, because so many people are now part of the national portfolio. Like obviously, Studio Free Arts is part of the national portfolio. I always forget that.
You see furlough, yeah? Is it like a mandatory thing, or is it like people entitled to it, or was it just like kind of given to us as like a?
It's up to the employer.
So the companies have to apply for it.
Oh, okay.
And then when the companies apply for that money, the government gives them what they do technically is they pay the people and the government give them money back for it, but they give them a certain percentage. So in this case, if you earned £1,000 a month, your company will still pay you £800 a month.
£800.
Do you know what I mean? Because the government's going to pay for it and not. But some companies who are nice, what they do is they get the government money of £800 and then they put the 20% on themselves and they put the other 200 on top. But some companies have been pricks and just like, no, we'll just give you the whole 800 and not give you anything else.
So were they entitled to do that, or like was it an incentive?
No, it's an option. You got to apply for it.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean for the the government to do that for us.
No.
It's their way. They didn't have to do it, but if their way to, they have to. Well, they have to technically do it. They have to
survive.
Yeah, to survive. If they don't do it, the economy is going to crash. They're going to have the biggest high. They already got the highest amount of level of unemployment in the young under 25. They've got a raging level of unemployment from 18 to 45. It's I say 18 to 50. It's really bad right now. But furloughs is the way of trying to keep the companies from making them people redundant. But unfortunately, what's happening is big businesses are really realizing the luxury they're getting from this. That sometimes what they're doing in some cases, they're actually making people redundant regardless.
Yeah. Because then they're realizing that obviously if the more staff you cut, they're saving more money at the end of the day, while also getting the furlough in. So you're cutting down your members of staff and you're still receiving furlough. So technically, if you do it correctly, like in some cases, you may not even see a change in like the profit that you make or the gross within your company, because the money's still coming in either way, and obviously you're not spending on anything because you don't have to pay anyone.
Yeah, it's mad. I think for you lot, I mean, today I said nothing. I mean, I say dance related. I said it's just what everyone wants to talk about or questions. But I will say, on a dance level, this is important to you to know about that. Not because I'm just saying that now. It's just important because it's like Mali said. You'll be surprised how many people actually are eligible for getting money and where your feet should be dipped into to get support. But yeah, it's bad right now. It's bad.
But luckily, I'll be real with everyone. Luckily, the safest people out there at the moment is everyone that's under the age of 25. You are the safest in this whole pandemic.
Why I'd say that?
Obviously, like career-wise and financially, you are the safest. Because a whole scheme was made during this pandemic for under 25, which is called Kickstarter, right? It's called Kickstarter. Kickstarter. So the government created something called Kickstarter. So their whole thing is, so if you're unemployed or whatever the case is, you'll then go onto Universal Credit. So then obviously they're giving you a certain amount a month. But as well as that, they're going to help you try and find a job, or they're going to prepare you and upskill you for whatever jobs that's going to be available for when you leave the pandemic. So hence why in the budget, like Rishi's put like loads more apprenticeships, and that's what they're trying to get at this year. They're really trying to put a lot more apprenticeships out. That's like proper paid apprenticeships to help everyone that's under the age of 25. Everyone that's up, like older, it's basically worse for them.
But yeah, that's yeah. And I would say there's nothing much more to say about it. Does anyone else want to ask questions about it, or they're all good? They understand everything.
Yeah, all good.
All good in the hood.
Oh my God, he's still about. But, what do you call it? I'll show you in a second. I was just browsing through some of the politics stuff, and then I see this guy.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna say Tony Blair.
No, not Tony Blair. Sorry, didn't come up. Farage.
Oh, nah, it's silly, man.
I see him. I was like, what?
It comes up on like some YouTube adverts for me.
Yeah, he does.
Farage is still about.
A new fight. What is it? Fortune and Freedom. What is it about?
I don't know. I'm not going to give him my time. He's not going to give it to me.
You're giving him time right now.
Fortune or Freedom?
Frog-looking prick.
So,
Yeah. That's about it. So I'm going to finish off with we are not coming out anytime soon. Like everyone thought. If common sense says if he's furloughing till September, and also something secretly accidentally, I think it got leaked. I think ITV leaked it or BBC leaked it. He spoke about saying that we're not coming out at June or July, whenever the date was.
It's, you know what? Yeah, I feel like September has to be there anyway as a safety net just in case. Because obviously everyone got to remember that we still got to hit March the 8th. How, depending on how next week goes, depends on how the rest of the year is going to go. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize that next week is a crucial moment. Like, it's not, we're not saying, oh yeah, like year 7s and year 8s are back in, or year 11s and 6th formers are back in. But you've got the whole school.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys. You know what? I completely forgot about people asking us questions.
I was about to say, are people supposed to be asking questions today?
Yeah, I know. I forgot, and then I went onto my Instagram and I just saw it.
Oh, so you done it?
Yeah, I did it. But let me ask a quick one. Everyone watching now, we will do it properly next week because I wanted to finish early today. But I will ask some of these questions that were sent to me, and then I'll try and get through them. Maybe we'll do another one of these, but do the separate show, like for half an hour, called questions or something. I don't know. But yeah. So what is your stance on the death penalty? And if you agree, where should it apply? That's a big question. What's our stance on the death penalty?
Death penalty should I think is good only for rapists and pedophiles, but they have to be 100% convicted. Anything else? I think serve the can.
I agree with that. Everyone agree with that?
And animal abusers,
agreed.
I can't lie, you can die. You don't serve purpose.
I
Animal
think
abusers can die.
the important part of that is as well, like Jack said, like
I hear
100%
that, so.
convicted. None of this, oh, I took a plea deal and I'm a bit executed, even though like deep down I didn't do it. Like convicted.
Yeah, it has to be set in stone, like, because there's too many stories of people who like
I think also,
let someone lie and they just end up dead because of it.
Yeah, I think that's all right. One of the other questions was I don't understand this question. I'm gonna go to the next one. This is a question that we've already kind of answered, but if they're online now, do you think the younger generation dancers utilize what we have in terms of the OG's wisdom? Actually, we haven't actually answered that question. Do they utilize it?
Yeah, we answered that episodes ago.
No. We haven't. Do they utilize it? We
have.
Do we utilize what? Sorry.
Do you think the younger generation of dancers
The OG's wisdom.
utilize what we have in terms of the OG's wisdom?
Yeah,
we've never answered that. We've never answered that.
No, bro, we have. Because
No. The person's asking, do we utilize the wisdom of the OGs?
No,
we were saying that they know. We were saying before, does the OGs have respect for the youngers, and do the youngers know? We never said about the youngers. Do they utilize us?
Yeah, he touched. Well, yeah, true.
Do you get what I'm saying?
He touched it vaguely though.
Yeah.
I was gonna touch it vaguely.
To answer that, it depends. That's what. Because I feel like
and just answer it in one go, but
You know, it's because we were talking about politics.
One, it depends on who you are. I feel like 2 depends on what like your training has been, which will also link in, have you utilized that person's wisdom because you're in that session, you're learning, you're training. And 3, I think it depends on like what you're looking to do, I think. But I feel like some people that are there just for the sake of class and that for any like whatever vibe, you're not really gonna take that person's wisdom because you're not gonna ask extra questions or whatnot to actually really grasp what that person is actually teaching you. But it's just like you wanna do something. Not saying that even people that don't want to do it, they don't ask questions or whatnot. But if you wanna like go into an area, then I feel like you would ask someone that's already in that area to help give the wisdom. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
I feel like
they also added on knowledge. Obviously their wisdom and knowledge, etc. And they said, if not, how do we see this affecting them while growing up in the dance scene? We haven't really talked about that before. I think that's something I could probably send for next week. We haven't really spoken about that.
Yeah.
What are the effects? Like PTSD sort of ish. You know what I mean, what are the effects on not taking the knowledge? That's actually a good one. I never thought of that. I mean, I was thinking, it's like, what could we really touch on? That's something. We always talk about what do we see in the future, but what are the effects by not in a post? What do we see? How do we see it all turning out? I don't know. I think Kobe, you're right on that one. You like, it depends on where you are, but yeah, it's whether the young ones want to learn. So I don't know.
I feel like it depends as well. I mean, like saying OGs, are you just saying it as old, like older generation, or like older like if you say older generation, it can just mean people that are brought up in the dance scene or that's been in the dance scene for a couple of years. But then there's I don't want to say legendary OGs, but you kind of get what I'm saying. OGs with the mind and the wisdom and sensei kind of role. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys, just a question.
I mean, the way I
What
interpret
do you
the
guys
question
count
was like
class as
OG, so
Say again.
Like, what helps you define what is OG to you? Like, what helps you think, oh, this is an OG, that's not OG?
I'm gonna write this down. Can we do that for next week? Actually, I'm gonna put that in. I didn't think that. That's a good one to think about. What class is OG? Because I don't see myself as an OG, but you see me as an OG. But
like,
how
is it
can
CV? Is it?
Yeah, is it age?
Wisdom that you passed down? Is it the?
There's some people who have done more than me, and there's some people who have done less than me.
I see Omar as an OG popper.
Huh?
I see Omar as an OG popper.
oh my god.
You know that.
I think we got to end the podcast today.
You like,
said, yeah, I see Omar as an OG popper.
Yeah, that's a good question. What makes you an OG? And can you be an OG? Yeah, but can you be an OG and be like 15?
No.
What?
No. What?
Why?
What?
No.
The knowledge and wisdom.
Bro, the reason it's called a master and a sensei, yeah, the age comes with it. You get what I'm saying? The age comes with it. The whole thing of an OG is you're older, but you have. I don't want to get into it because obviously we're going to touch it next week. But you've got the wisdom and the accolades and all of this to show. Like, you know how to teach, you know how to guide, you know how to coach, all of that stuff. What, you think I'm just going to step out the blue and be like, yeah, I'm a bloody OG?
What? A veteran and an OG are not the same thing.
What?
Yes.
A vet and an OG is not the same thing.
True.
No, yeah, that's true. Yeah, obviously, because a vet just means that.
Yeah, because there's some breakdancers I look at and I'm like, I don't see it as an OG, but I see it as a vet in the game.
That's a good question for the week, guys. I'm looking at
Technically, I'm about to say, I was going to get into it, but yeah, let's see it for next week.
Isn't it? Yeah, okay, cool.
yeah, I want to say something. Actually, no, I'll say it for next week. Don't worry.
No, say that.
No.
Come on, I just want to. I'll need your confidence in this life because you know.
That confidence is powerful.
Because the
Go away.
What?
the hair and not caring today has just been amazing. Like I just
All right, everyone. I'll see you. Good day. Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in to MD Politics.
Yeah, and plenty of job opportunities. And I see you get.
Yup.